Hey guys, welcome to E-commerce Skeptic. My name is Augie, this is Danilo, and we're going to be talking about different kinds of product URLs you can have in your store. One of them is the collection URL, and the other one is the product style URL. We're going to try to explain if that's a problem or not, and if you actually need to do something about it, despite what the SEO people tell you. So what's up, Danilo?
Hi, Augie. What is the problem with displaying products with URLs that include collection in their URL?
Well, there's no problem directly with that. Uh, these URLs, so you can see it here. The default URLs look like your domain /collection /collection name /product name. So that's the default URL scheme when you view products using a collection. These URLs are just fine. They're going to work just fine. They work by default. And they all have a canonical URL, meaning the main authoritative URL set to the products /product name. So the product style URL is what we call it. No general problem with that. However, you could do better. The problem is that you could give these links more authority by linking directly to the products /product name URLs instead of going through the collection name, product name. If you go that route, which is the default, then Google is not going to really count those as links because they use this convoluted scheme of having the canonical URL set. So your site is not going to actually increase the link authority for those products. They are direct to link authority. It's going to just a link to them that's going to work, but it's not going to be, perfect in terms of SEO. If other sites link to your site, they could use either. Either one will work. And Google is not going to count these as duplicates, so there's no problem there. So the only real problem is that your own site is not contributing to the relevance of the particular products by linking to them, which is something that, as a general rule in SEO, you should be able to do, need to do.
Mhm. So why is Shopify doing this by default?
Um, what do you mean? Like, why is it working like this by default?
Yeah, so why is Shopify using the collection style URLs by default?
Well, it depends on the template actually. So if the template is not, when we say by default, we mean if you, let me just jump forward a little bit. So if your template has the first in your theme, if it has the first style of the URL, then that's going to be how it's shown. The second style is the product style URL. So your theme gets to decide which ones are used. It's just that the themes by default use the within collection, and so you get the collection style URLs. The collection style URLs are kind of semantic. They have the collection name, but the problem is that they wouldn't be indexed directly. So, that semantic usefulness doesn't really help a lot. So I'm not sure why they decided to go this route, because most other platforms don't do this, don't do it like this. Most other platforms, independently on how you view the products, they just use a single product URL, and then the others have the canonicals.
Okay, so those URLs are not even indexed, right?
They should not be indexed. Yeah, Google should not be indexing them.
Okay, right.
So that's fine. That's not a problem per se because it's okay. The canonical URL is going to be indexed. But then the link equity, the link authority will be impacted on your site, which is, kind of not okay. And so,
Mhm.
is this a big deal for your site in particular? I would say that most smaller sites don't need to mess with this at all, and it's not going to be a huge deal. If you have a ton of products, then it might have impact, but it's generally the sites with more products that need to worry about it more because it will be just exponentially more of these links around. So I wouldn't recommend this like, okay, do this no matter what. I would say do this if you don't have more important things to do regarding the your SEO efforts.
Mhm.
And the other sites linking to your products is way more important than your own site for Google. Um, because that's what matters. It's not your own site linking endlessly to your products. It's the other sites linking to your products, and then and then that making sense. If people click those links, then stay on the page and so on, and Google understands that, and those links are relevant for people, and they're going to be moved up in terms of relevance.
Okay, and so if somebody who's out there is using the collection style URLs and they want to flip the switch and switch over to using the product style URLs, what are all of the things that they should keep in mind and they need to make sure that they do?
Well, we can't really break anything. The only thing you need to change is the theme. Um, this particular style of variables.
Mhm.
But, so
So, and
product.url within collection, that will show you the collection URL, collection style URL, and then the product.url it by itself, it's going to show the actual just product URL.
okay, and
However,
they probably need a developer for that, right?
I mean, if you can, I don't know. I feel that most people should be able to do this, honestly, by themselves. But of course, if you need help, sure, go ahead and ask somebody to help you. Most people, I think, would be perfectly capable of finding string number one and then replacing it with string number two in your theme, which is basically what you want to do. That's the only thing you need to do. And the old URLs are still going to work, like they're going to still exist in Shopify. So it's not like you're breaking something by changing the stuff that's displayed in the theme. However, if you don't do redirects, then you kind of um, are risking and using losing the incoming you want to redirect the links, obviously, so you want to redirect the collection style links to product style links, and that includes people coming from the outside where you posted those links, potentially collection style links, and also your site if it's a linking somewhere and you didn't find that. Ideally, you would create redirects for all of the collection style URLs to go to the product style URLs.
Okay, great that you're just that, because that was going to be my next question. Should we make redirects from the old URLs to the new product URLs?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what's kind of the whole point of this, this whole exercise. So yeah, you want to do those rewrites, and it's kind of tricky to get all the old style URLs. You could maybe build a simple template page that gives you all of these links, and then you can like copy paste that or whatever. Or you can ask a developer to pull all the product style collection style links through the. I think you can use Shopify API to get those, or you can just like I said, build a dumb template page that will list all the products with their collection style URLs. That's also possible. In either
Okay.
case, you have to add them as redirects, so you have to import these. Like you can use a spreadsheet or something, and then just um, change them into the actual product URLs. You have to make sure that it's properly redirecting. So using automated tools for crawling and stuff is useful. So if you're SEO people, if you have an SEO team, then they can do that for you. If you want to do it yourself, you can. You just Google for like crawler software, and you're gonna find things that can help you with that.
Okay.
So I don't know. On a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of usefulness, I would give this maybe a 3. I don't even know if I had a store. I don't even know if I would be doing this, honestly. It
So
sounds like more trouble than it's worth, and the impact is unclear at most. We haven't been able to, with our clients, we haven't been able to see any that have had actual direct impact actual positive impact. Everybody there seem to be articles suggesting that you do this. SEO people, of course, are always saying that you need to do this. I don't know. I would be highly skeptical and put this on like a someday maybe list or something. Before, after doing everything, absolutely everything else, then you can do things like this. Again, turning on the skepticism, right? When people tell you
Uh,
a gigantic platform is doing this by default, and so you have to change it because you're smarter than them. You have to ask certain questions, right? Okay, well, is that really true, and how big of a deal that is? Again, if it was my store, I don't know if I would be doing this. If it's a quick job, if you can do it quickly, maybe sure, why not? I don't know if this would have like any downsides. I don't think so.
all right. Well, so basically, what you're recommending is that if somebody finds that this is not a lot of effort for them to do, that it might be helpful, but there's no sure way of knowing that, right?
Well, no, I mean, there would be a way. You could monitor your performance in terms of the search engine ranking, and then you could compare it after you do this. I'm just saying that we didn't do it. We don't have any examples of somebody doing this and actually getting impact. So I'd be looking forward to people who have done this and had positive impact. That would be great. That would kind of lay to rest the debate, and then we would be able to say, hey, do this and you're going to be fine. One thing I can tell you is it's not going to have a negative impact, so you might as well, if you feel like it, you might as well do it.
Okay, all right.
Most of the time people are doing multiple things, so it can be really scientific. So you're doing this and that and also this, and so it's hard to measure. You would have to separate it in time in order to understand if it had an impact or not.
Mhm. Okay, well, that was all I had for today.
Okay, well, until next time then, I guess we're going to be talking about something else. I think the SEO subject in particular is very fruitful to talk about in this way, to question it and challenge it. But there are other things as well that we can talk about. I think we'll have a lot of stuff to discuss. Until next time.
Sounds good. All right, bye bye.